Group work or cooperative learning is when students are typically absorbed in an activity as they work together in small groups towards achieving a common goal. Student control is heightened as they control the learning and creative processes. However, the teacher remains to act as a facilitator, guide, role model, and motivator. Teachers should also prepare their students for group work by including clear definitions of roles and monitoring progress closely as the group works together. This is a preventative strategy that your students will appreciate. Importantly, cooperative learning builds the necessary social skills that children must learn for current and future life. While the focus may appear to be on a set topic, there is usually a specific focus on a stated social skill. For example, one person speaks at a time and listens to others, and on developing competencies required for effective group operations through designated roles such as reporter, recorder, leader, and clarifier. Collaborative learning is essential for ESL students. This video provides an in-depth look at how and why group work provides a more beneficial learning experience for these students. It should also be noted that these findings are also transferable to mainstream students. Some examples of cooperative learning models to build social as well as academic skills in lessons are Think, Pair, Share, where students build from individual to pair to group discussions on a question posed by the teacher. Co-op, where students divide an activity up into smaller roles so that each member of the group is responsible for completing a section. And Jigsaw, where one student is an expert on a topic and they share this with the group. In this video, you can see the students interacting, discussing, analysing, predicting, and building their own learning experience. Also, you can see the teacher watching over and making sure the dialogue is heading in the right direction. This is an example of quality cooperative learning experience. How to group your students is an element of group work that teachers must understand, and this requires theoretical and research-based knowledge and knowledge of your students' social and academic qualities. There are a variety of ways to group students, and teachers should use all of them to provide variety and to match the nature of the task. Each have their own advantages and hindrances, but it is up to us as the teacher to see which groupings are beneficial for your unique set of students. These may include social groupings, where students are grouped with friends, varying ability groups, where students in the group vary in ability according to the skills at hand. It is important to consider that the higher achieving students may take on all the work while the others sit back and watch. It is important, therefore, as the teacher, to motivate the lower achieving students to use this as an experience to build their knowledge and skills. Similar aptitude groups, where the group consists of students at relatively the same level of skill and/or knowledge. Gender groups, where males and females are in separate groups. This is not often used, but may be a useful tool for a specific activity. Finally, you can allow the students to choose their own groups. This is okay for small or more informal tasks, but it is least utilised by teachers as it can be time-consuming and bring about issues of bullying and exclusion. The point of group work is collaboration and building confidence. Direct instruction does have a place and is important, but group work gives more children a chance to be heard and be engaged. Here are quick tips on implementing positive learning environments. Schedule times for students to practice working in teams. Prepare students from the start for cooperative learning. Have a quick icebreaker activity that causes the students to work together in teams. Acknowledge that some students prefer to work alone, but explain that they will have the chance to work in both modes. Start small. Groups should contain no more than 5 members, and explicitly explain your expectations as a teacher.
Group work in the classroom for me is probably most effective to engage the children in conversation amongst themselves and to come up with lots of different ideas from different little individuals.
Yep.
Well, that's why it's effective. Best used, I suppose, is something that's where you need to ignite conversation and get different thoughts. So if it's not just a basic number or letter, interesting topic, help each other.